Video number 103 from MythoReligio series, Book 4, Forbidden Archaeology, Part 1. Introduction. Dear fellow truth seekers, in the last few videos I've been sharing all the information that I can gather on the topic of the possible origin of humanity as the survivor of the legendary sunken continent or paradise of Atlantis, Lemuria and or Mu, that was believed to have happened at circa 12,000 years ago. And in this video I'll continue sharing other information based on the so-called forbidden archaeology that seem to prove that civilized humans have existed much older than what historians have been telling us, even much older than 12,000 years ago. The age of the human race. We are told to believe that our modern-day civilization is the peak of humanity's achievement. But let's have a look at all these primitive, massive, sturdy, ancient megastructures around the world. The face of our ancient primitive world. Stonehenge in England, Europe. Giza Pyramid in Egypt, Africa. Gunung Padang, Indonesia, Asia. Baalbek, Lebanon, Middle East. Tiwanaku, Bolivia, South America. Göbekli Tepe, Turkey, Eurasia. These ancient megastructures are made of undatable stones. The information of the builders are unknown. The native people tell us that they were built mysteriously. Some say by giants. We can't date them, and yet conventional history claims they were several thousands years old. But the truth is, no living human today knows their true stories. Can any of our modern-day structures endure for thousands of years as these ancient ones? If not, and it is not, then how can we be led to believe that we evolve into our modern-day civilization from a more primitive culture when the evidence clearly tells a different story? Could it be that we have history all wrong, especially concerning the information about the age of the human race? How old is the human race actually? According to the theory of evolution, Homo sapiens first evolved at circa 200,000 BCE in Africa. They only became civilized only at circa 5,300 BCE in Sumeria, a region in southern Iraq today, which is believed to be the cradle of civilization according to conventional history. But this is not according to the Sumerians themselves. The Sumerian king list starts with the name of kings before the Great Flood. The name of the king when the flood swept is Ubaratutu, who reigned for 18,600 years. The list recorded all the rulers of the earth back to over 400,000 years. It is believed that all the early rulers were allegedly gods, demigods, or immortals. This huge stretch of time, coupled with reigns into thousands of years, have caused historians, as always, to reject its accuracy. However, the Sumerians are not the only ancient civilization who recorded such an old age for the human race. Hindus also believe that the first Manu, who is probably the equivalent of Noah, lived around 1.7 billion years ago. Kindly watch video number 22 or 23 if you want to know more about this. Although supposedly the modern theory of evolution that proposes humans as sharing the same ancestors as apes is based on fossil records, when we really go deeper into the evidence, it is not as clear-cut as the proponent of this theory would like it to be. The truth is, there is not enough evidence to back up this theory at all. Personally, it doesn't matter to me whether we are descendants of apes or aliens or Adam. I just want to know the truth. Looking at the evidence, however, there is a big possibility that the different major types of hominids, i.e. Homo erectus and Homo sapiens, are actually just different types of human beings. Meanwhile, Homo habilis and Australopithecines are different types of apes. Until today, scientists have not found a single convincing evidence that there is middle type of hybrid between humans and apes. Kindly watch the videos in the scientific playlist if you want to know more about this. In those videos, I have quoted statements from several evolutionary scientists confirming it. The following is just one of such statements made by Holly Smith, an American anthropologist, in the American Journal of Physical Anthropology. Restricting analysis of fossils to specimens satisfying this criteria, patterns of dental development of gracile Australopithecines and Homo habilis remain classified with African apes. Those of Homo erectus and Neanderthals are classified with humans. Holly Smith, American Journal of Physical Anthropology, Volume 94, 1994, page 307 until 325. Now, according to the evolution theory, Homo sapiens appeared circa 200,000 years ago, and they say Homo erectus appeared at circa 1.8 million years ago. If Homo erectus are also modern human, just like Homo sapiens, that means we have been living on this planet for millions of years rather than only a couple of 100,000 of years ago. Furthermore, there are also several fossil findings and artifacts that are simply dismissed or rejected by paleontologists just because they are impossible to fit in with the conventional timeline of humanity. This information alone should make us wonder. Ancient artifact anomalies. Two of the most complete books that talk about humans' existence long before the conventional date are Human Devolution by Michael Cremo and Forbidden Archaeology, The Hidden History of the Human Race by Michael Cremo and Richard L. Thompson. In the foreword of The Hidden History of the Human Race, Graham Hancock, author of Fingerprints of the Gods, wrote, "In The Hidden History of the Human Race, Cremo and Thompson go much further, pushing back the horizons of our amnesia not just 12,000 or 20,000 years, but millions of years into the past, and showing that almost everything we have been taught to believe about the origins and evolution of our species rests on the shaky foundation of academic opinion and on a highly selective sampling of research results." The two authors then set about putting the record straight by showing all the other research results that have been edited out of the record during the past 2 centuries. Not because there was anything wrong or bogus about the results themselves, but simply because they did not fit with prevailing academic opinion. Anomalous and out-of-place discoveries reported by Cremo and Thompson in The Hidden History of the Human Race include convincing evidence that anatomically modern humans may have been present on the Earth not just for 100,000 years or less, the orthodox view, but for millions of years, and that metal objects of advanced design may have been in use at equally early periods. Moreover, although sensational claims have been made before about out-of-place artifacts, they have never been supported by such overwhelming and utterly convincing documentation as Cremo and Thompson provide. In the final analysis, it is the meticulous scholarship of the authors and the cumulative weight of the facts presented in The Hidden History of the Human Race that really convince. The book is, I believe, in harmony with the mood of the public at large in the world today, a mood which no longer unquestioningly accepts the pronouncements of established authorities and is willing to listen with an open mind to heretics who make their case reasonably and rationally. There are many evidence that prove the so-called civilized humans' existence way earlier than presently believed. There are 2 main reasons why these evidence are not accepted. 1. Many scientists have never seen the original proof, they only analyze from older books. And 2. The dating not matching with conventional data, therefore they are discarded. So now, in this video, I am going to share just 2 examples of the overwhelming evidence that I have extracted from the over 800 pages of the aforementioned book, Forbidden Archaeology, The Hidden History of the Human Race by Michael Cremo and Richard Thompson. I will share more in my next videos. Willendorf Venus statue circa 30,000 years old. The Venus of Willendorf is an 11.1 centimeter tall or 4.4 inches Venus figurine estimated to have been made around 30,000 years ago. It was found on August 7, 1908 during excavations conducted by archaeologists Joseph Zombathi, Hugo Obermeier, and Joseph Bayer at the Paleolithic site near Willendorf, a village in Lower Austria. It is carved from an Oolitic limestone that is not local to the area and tinted with red ochre. Who made and left this artifact around 25,000 years before human civilization supposedly appeared? Copper coin from Illinois, more than 200,000 years old. This rendition of a coin-like object from a well boring near Long Ridge, Illinois, USA, was found at a depth of about 114 feet or 34.7 meters below the surface. According to the information supplied by the Illinois State Geological Survey, the deposits containing the coin are between 200,000 and 400,000 years old. Who left this coin hundreds of thousands of years before civilized man supposedly evolved? Dear fellow truth seekers, in my next videos I will continue with sharing more evidence that prove that civilized humans existed much older than what is told by conventional historians. At the meantime, allow me to thank you for watching and hope to see you in my next video.